Hello everyone, myself Aditi and today I am back with LeetCode's daily challenge problem. So today in this video we are going to solve backspace string compare. Okay, so in this question you are given two strings s and t and you have to return true if they are equal. Fine. Then both are typed into empty text editors. Hashtag means a backspace character. And you have to note that after backspacing an empty text, the text will continue empty. Fine, so you can, in order to understand the question better, let's take this example. And what does this example say? There's a string s that is ab hashtag c. There's another string t that is ad hashtag c. So you can clearly say if just a second, yeah. Okay, so basically in this string s you can say if you process or iterate from a and then you move to b and then you find a hashtag. Okay, that's a backspace character. What does that mean? When you will reach hashtag, you will just remove the previous character. That is, you will just delete the previous character. That's what the actual work of a backspace character is. So what does this string or the modified string will become? It will be simply AC. Fine. So basically string s will be nothing but AC. Similarly for string t, you can say you move or you iterate from a, then you move to d and then you get a hashtag. Okay, then what does this hashtag will do? It will just remove the previous character, that is it will remove d and you will be left with a and c again. Fine. So this simply means that then after actually modifying these strings you get s equal to t. What does that mean? You have to return true in this case. Okay, similarly similarly in this example 2 you can see you will iterate from a, you will move to b and then this hashtag will just remove b, you will be left with a and this last hashtag. Okay, this hashtag will also remove a and then you will be left with an empty string, and same goes for this. Okay, so you will return true here, but in this case what will happen, you can see after iterating from a you see a hashtag. Okay, this hashtag will remove a, that is you will be left with only c in string s. Fine. And in string t you will be left with b. So basically b is not equal to c anytime. Fine. So this in this part or in this example we will return false. Okay, so they are asking us to solve the question in big O of n time and big O of 1 space. Fine. So let's start our implementation. Okay, so what are we going to do? Before solving the question, let me tell you, we have a class named solution. Fine. And then we have a method. We have defined a method that is backspace compare. Okay, which takes s and t strings as its input. Okay, and it returns a boolean. Fine. So what are we going to do? First of all, we'll just initialize. Okay, we'll initialize the length. No, we'll initialize the last characters of each string. Fine. I've initialized the last character of s string as I, and for t I am initializing it with j. Okay, why am I doing it? Because I am going to iterate in the strings from the last character. Fine. So let's initialize the number of backspaces in strings s and t as 0. Okay, we are initializing number of backspaces in strings s and t as 0. Now what are we going to do? While I is greater than equal to 0 or j is greater than equal to 0, what does that mean? That simply means we are starting a loop that continues until both the pointers are within the valid range, right? So we are starting the iteration, okay, from the last character, but we will only iterate up till we reach the first element. Okay, that is the 0 indexed character in the string. Okay, so basically the thing is we are only going to iterate only when I and j are in within the valid range. Fine. Let's have inner while loop in which, let's say I is greater than 0 and the character in s at index I is equal to hashtag, or First of all, what are we doing? We are checking while I is greater than equal to 0, and we are checking one of the conditions from this. If character at I in string s is hashtag, or you can say backspace, the number of backspace characters in s is greater than 0. What does that mean? That simply means here we'll have to check if character at I in s is equal to hashtag. What are we going to do? We are going to increase the count of backspace characters in string s. Okay. Else what are we going to do? Else we will reduce the count of backspace characters in s. And similarly, we are going to do this for our string t. Okay. I'll just replace everything. Here s becomes t, I becomes j. Okay. Just changing everything. Okay, so basically we are going to do the same for both the strings. First we'll check if we are in the valid range, and we will check one more condition. If character at I in any of the strings is hashtag, then we'll increase the count of backspace characters in each strings. Okay, and then what are we going to do after that? Okay, one more thing that's I have missed. Okay, we'll decrease the pointer. Okay, basically we'll just move towards the left side, because we have started our iteration from the last index. Fine, so we'll yeah, just decrement the count, or decrement the you can just say pointer. Fine. Now what are we going to do? We have done the processing for backspaces for respective strings s and t. Now we will compare the characters at current positions of I and j. Okay, let's compare. Let's compare. If I is greater than equal to 0 and j is greater than equal to 0, in this we will check if character at I in s is, if it is equal to character in t at j. Okay, if it is not equal, then we will simply return false. Okay, since the current characters are not equal, you can clearly say that s and t strings are not equal to each other. Then we will handle the case when one string ends before the other. Okay, what if one strings, else if, what are we going to check? We will check if I is greater than equal to 0 or t is greater than equal to 0. If any of the strings are within the valid range but the other is already at index 0, then it's so obvious that they cannot be equal. Okay, in this case also we will return false. Okay, and what are we going to do next? We will keep decrementing the pointers, and in the end, what if the loop completes without returning a false? That means the strings are equal. Okay, that means the strings are equal. So yeah, we have completed our loops, and if we in the end find that the loop gets completed without returning a false, we will simply say that the strings s and t are equal, and hence we will return true. Run the code. Okay, 11 and 16. Yeah, so there is a bracket missing, and same for this. Okay guys, the code is accepted, and try submitting the code. Thank you for watching guys, please stay tuned.